Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, everyone. Just to let you know, we're going to take another 30 seconds to let people come in, and then we are going to start on this exciting broadcast. So you have 30 seconds to go and get a tea, or coffee, or drink of your choice, and we will start very, very soon. Thank you. And as we start, as we wait for the broadcast to start, which is going to happen very shortly, feel free to use the question tab and put any questions there for us to answer later. So feel free to ask as many questions as you'd like. We will answer them at the end of this little chat we're going to have. Okay, so that's it. We're starting. Thank you very much, everyone, for joining us today. This is going to be a very exciting broadcast. I look forward to do this and to have with me. I'm delighted to have with me Claire from Zyxel and Freddie from Microsoft. The reason I'm delighted is they are both going to talk about a topic I really enjoy, which is the integration of PRM with Microsoft Dynamics. And on top of that, we're going to do that with a European flavor, as both Claire and Freddie are based in Europe and have been working with us for some time. So without further ado, let me introduce myself. I'm Olivier Shaw, Managing Director for Impartner in Europe. I've been involved in the channel for quite some time. I've had a very hands-on involvement with Claire's project, hence the reason why you see me smile today. I've spent the last 3 years with Impartners looking at all different types of PRM deployments we've done globally. The introduction of our partnership with Microsoft in last year has been a very significant announcement for us, a milestone for us. And so the topic for today, I think is very timely. Claire, I think I've done enough talking already. Would you like to introduce yourself?
Sure. Hello, everybody. As Olivia said, I'm Claire Leadham. I work at Zyxel Communications. You may or may not have heard of us. We are a networking manufacturer, obviously within the IT industry. I've worked at Zyxel coming on 5 years now, and I was brought in to manage their partner program and their CRM system. And basically my job is to, as we acquire new distributors and new resellers across EMEA and then bring them into the Zyxel portfolio, they've all got different platforms, platforms for the partner portal and CRM, and we want to bring them into our global platforms, which obviously is Microsoft Dynamics and Impartner PRM.
Fabulous. And for everybody's background, I've known Claire for now several years, probably more than 4. And yeah, good cookie to know if you want to know about the channel in the UK. That's very good. Now, I'm also delighted to welcome Freddie. Freddie, I think you're based in Holland, is that it?
No, I'm actually based in Dublin.
In Dublin, sorry. Yes, you're right. So, Freddie, tell us about you, and also, whilst we're there, talk about Microsoft Dynamics.
Yes, Freddie Elvenes. As Olivier said, I work for Microsoft. I work primarily with Dynamics as a sales specialist. So I work with all parts of what you would call CRM earlier, which we now call customer engagement, which would be sales, customer service, marketing, field service, customer data platforms. That's basically our customer platform. I also work with the underlying technology, which is the Power Platform for building apps, making automation, robotization, RPA, digitalization of processes, and those kind of things. So yeah, it's exciting times these days. There's a lot of things going on and a lot of things with Impartner. So I'm happy to be here.
Yeah, and you guys are doing very well with Dynamics, that's for sure, and with the rest of the portfolio Microsoft portfolio. Okay, now the introductions are done. I'm going to dive in straight away and ask you some let's say not so tough questions. So first of all, Claire, for us to really understand what this is all about, can you tell us a bit more about not just Zyxel, but your partner landscape and how many partners you have? What do they do? How does it work for you?
Yep, sure. So as you can see on screen, there's a few stats there about Zyxel as a business. I look after just EMEA at the moment. There's some global stats. So there's stats regarding the passionate partners, the 12,000 passionate partners. That is EMEA only, and that is actually excluding Italy. As I said before, we bought an Italian distributor who were on their own platforms, and we're just going to move them into the EMEA platforms of Impartner and Dynamics in Q2 this year. So that's exciting. They've got 8,000 partners alone. So that will join our 12,000 partners. And I think we've got about 14,000 contacts across EMEA in the partner portal. These are IT resellers, VARs. Specifically, we do also have access for e-tailers and retailers and distributors as well, who don't have access to the partner program that we offer with rebates and discounts and things, but they do have access to events, training, resources, all the good stuff that we keep in the partner portal.
Okay, and you call them allies?
Yes, we do. Yes, we have the partner program is called ZAP, so it's Zyxel Ally Program, and we have allies that come into the partner portal, and then they can progress to silver or gold as they increase their revenue through Zyxel.
Okay, so you made the decision to go with Microsoft Dynamics, and
Yes.
you asked us to integrate with Microsoft Dynamics. So how does it work? How critical was this integration with Dynamics for you?
So previous to working with Impartner, we had a previous portal provider who we did have an integration with our CRM. However, it was a bit archaic. It didn't always work. So some of the information was in the CRM, some was in the portal, some synced, some didn't. So it was imperative that when we launched the new integration with Dynamics, that we had full API connection, dual sync on loads of aspects. So basically, our sales guys, our 200 salespeople across EMEA, can only manage their partners from within the CRM. They don't need to log into the back end of the partner portal at all. They can change addresses, phone numbers, whatever, in the CRM directly, and then that will reflect within the portal for what the partner sees. Likewise, the partner can update it themselves if they want to, and it's a live integration with CRM, so it's always one piece of information and it's always up to date.
Okay, so and that's better from what you're saying from your previous supplier, where that wasn't happening and where your internal sales guys had to go on the portal for one thing and on CRM for something else. So you've streamlined that. Okay.
Yes, completely. Yeah.
And so how is that working? Is that both for your partners and for internally?
It's working great, to be honest. There's a lot of great feedback from our sales guys that they only have one system to log into that can access everything live as they wish to. They can see all the 360 view of each partner from within one page in the CRM. As for the partners, it's reduced the queries that we get from partners a lot because they can see everything within the portal. They can manage their account from within the portal. They can see what they need to do to get to the next tier. They can see their benefits that they've already unlocked and access them within the partner portal. It's got great feedback from our internal guys, but also our partners. It's extremely streamlined now.
I mean, I can see from the screen that you're sharing there. So there's news, promotion, there's training, there's deal registrations. So
yeah.
So what success do you get from partners? How many logins do you get? How much engagement? What are they looking at? What are they using most?
So we get about 150 to 200 logins a day. So that's quite healthy and it remains quite even. We do update the news and the promotions regularly. So there's always something new when they log into the partner portal. Everything is fully segmented so they can see specific to their type of business, specific to their tier, specific to their region. We host the partner portal in 14 different languages, and it's 36 different countries included in those different regions and languages. So everything is fully segmented. As you can see on that screen, we have the Meet the Team page, which every individual image and biography of members of staff are segmented to the country and the language. So if a partner logs in from Finland, they will see the Finnish team, and likewise in all the different regions. We also have on the benefits and requirements, as you've seen there, we use a lot of Impartner's CMS momentum scripting to display, for example, their revenue, what sales they've done in the last 12 months, what they need to do to get to the next level. All this is fully segmentable through the portal. They can see their account manager, which obviously is pulling from CRM. So if an account manager gets updated for an account in CRM, that will flow to the partner portal, and then partners will see who their account manager is and the contact details for them. So it really has reduced the queries that come from partners asking these kinds of questions that are easily answered in one place now.
Yeah, and everything to do, I assume, with the partner is more or less managed in the CRM and gets flown into PRM and gets shown to the partner in PRM. And,
yeah, anything
one,
partner. Sorry.
No, I was going to say there's one thing you forgot to mention is how many languages you're supporting on the portal.
Yes, 14 languages and 36 countries at the moment, about to be 15 languages when we launch with Italian in Q2.
Right, so that keeps you busy, right?
Yes.
Okay, good. So I'm going to let you breathe a bit there, Claire. Freddie, you've seen, and Freddie, I'm sure you've seen some of the PRM systems that are integrating with Dynamics to date. I mean, this one, as you can see, is quite extensive. So as you can see, and this is a separate discussion, very intuitive, very user-friendly, great partner experience on that front. Now, Freddie, on your side, obviously you live in the CRM space, but how do you see this relationship with Impartner and with Dynamics? What feedback do you get?
Well, from our side, I mean, I see it as a great way to expand our functionality that we don't have, and that's not there as a standard. So we are dependent on our partners to make solutions that complement our offerings. This is a great example of that. It expands our possible customer base, makes our products better suited for specific customers and industries. And I mean, I personally had the chance to work with Impartner on some projects, and it works great both ways. I mean, we get a better product than we would otherwise have to offer the clients, and better functionality, and they get our help selling their product to customers, and it's a win-win for both of us. I mean, from a Dynamics perspective, the products integrate perfectly. I mean, you update one place and it's immediately updated the other place, so there's no sync or waiting. I mean, it just writes it there and then it's there, and you see the same data both places. So for us, it just fits in perfectly. It's a perfect match for us.
Sounds good, and I think Claire's going to validate that. But obviously, Freddie, Microsoft is probably the most global company there is out there. But where do you see the most interest for such integrated solution in the marketplace? I mean, obviously at Impartner, we tend to work quite exclusively on the IT sector, or not exclusively, but a lot of IT companies work with us. Is that true? Do you see demand for such PRM solution and such integration outside of the IT sector?
Yeah, I mean, the demand is there. It's just sometimes we were limited to what we call it. If we call it a partner, I need a partner to use the system. I mean, anyone that has partners, or whatever you want to call it, that they onboard, develop, co-market with, co-brand with, or co-fund with, they can use the system. So, I mean, it could be partners, agents, franchise agents, subsidiaries, retail outlets. As long as they need to be onboarded and have some kind of interaction with us, then that's perfect. So forget the focus about just partner, just any relationship that you have with somebody outside and you need to share information and share stuff. This actually fits the bill. So there's a lot of opportunities out there.
Okay. Is there a special sector it's prevalent in? I guess the IT sector there. I mean, but by the way, for the anecdote, we at Impartner have a client that is a mega multi-billion-dollar garage door manufacturer. And they're not in the IT sector, but guess what? They have dealers, and the dealers are partners. And just like you said, Freddie, they need to be communicated to, they need to be marketed to and through and with, and they're using Partner for the same reason that Claire is working with IT sellers selling Wi-Fi and networking products. Do you have an industry sector, Freddie, you typically work more closely with, or you think is the strongest?
No, I mean, historically, as you said, it's like IT and professional services and these kinds of industries, but we do see quite a lot of interest from consumer goods, retail, and other industries that actually do this, and they partner up with people. They need to onboard them. They need to have some kind of relationship with them that they manage. So it's opening up. There's coming more and more different sectors than traditionally we used to see.
Okay. And so we obviously have clients such as Claire who come to us and they say, I have a channel, I need PRM. And we tend to go and say, okay, what CRM system do you have? And that's where there are discussions. But on your side, Freddie, do you have, what do you see the most common vendors request coming to Microsoft? I mean, do you know if you have some prospects or some clients who come to you and say, do you have a PRM solution? Or are they just trying to extend their CRM?
No, I mean, when it comes to me, I usually see it as they want some kind of market automation system, and they have a lot of partners, and they need to market with them, and they need to onboard them as part of this. That's where it comes in from my side. So, I mean, the regular request is like typically onboarding. How do I get partners on? How do I get them certified? How do I give information to them? How do I have control over the process? That's a typical starting point, and then all the other stuff comes afterwards. But the onboarding is quite big, and it's a cumbersome process for a lot of customers. So of course that's a huge gain and a value in getting that sorted.
So Claire, I'm going to ask you a trick question, and I don't know if you know the answer to that. Obviously, you're involved in channel, but did you guys have Dynamics before PRM? Did you have it after? Did you switch in between? Did you have another CRM system before? Which one came first?
Our old portal provider was integrated with our previous CRM, which was Microsoft SLX. But then we launched Dynamics and then integrated it with the old portal provider, and then came Impartner. So we were already established with Dynamics before we integrated Impartner, yeah. But it was important when we went out to look for a PRM solution that they had proven integrations with Dynamics.
Okay, so at this point in time, I mean, we're flying through content here. So I'm going to ask the attendees to feel free to use the question box and ask any questions you have, okay? We're not going to stretch this webcast until we have nothing else to say. We will answer those questions, and that's what we're going to do. So I've got questions for maybe both of you. So I'm going to ask you, Freddie, first of all. Obviously, you're not the only CRM solution out there. So what's super cool about Dynamics that maybe other CRM solutions don't do as well? What's the thing?
No, I mean, what's super cool is that it pretty much is customizable, or not customizable, configurable to pretty much any customer and their needs. You have the standard functionality that comes with the CRM systems, but how you work with it, how you process this, what kind of checkpoints you need along the process, and all these kind of things is completely configurable. So that's where your need is, and that's where you make it your own. And then you use all the standard functionality with the calls and registering things and whatever, but you can make it your own until it fits your process. I would say that's the main thing.
And Claire, I've got someone asking the same questions for you. Claire, what's the thing that makes Impartner the thing you think is best?
I will be honest that the most important part of it for us was the integration with Dynamics, because as I said before, our previous portal provider, the connection was hit and miss, and I spent more time troubleshooting than actually getting on with my day job. So the integration was an absolute must. It was imperative that had been done before by Impartner and had proven success there. Now, in regards to when we were looking for a new PRM provider, we went out to, I think, 5 different portal providers and did RFIs with all of them. And I guess the reason that Impartner won in the end was a bit like Freddie's answer just then to Microsoft Dynamics, is that it is a blank page, really. You can use PRM to do whatever you need it to do, whatever is important to your business. There's so many different modules that you can take or leave if they're not important. It is so customizable and so user-friendly for our internal marketers that we've got spread all across Europe in different languages. The CMS editing is easy. The momentum scripting is semi-easy. Obviously, you get calls now and then where I've broken the pages, but it is easily editable for most people, and we can really have we've got one platform for the whole of EMEA, but the portals look very different when you log in, not just from a language point of view, but from a different pages, different menus, different momentum scripting within those menus. So it really does suit everybody in our business to kind of deliver their own version of the portal to their partners. So yeah, it's a blank page and you can do whatever you want with it.
Interesting. There's a question saying, I mean, are you using that portal for both your 2-tier distributors and your partners? Are you
Yes, we are.
Yeah, you are. Okay. Well, that's very important because obviously they need a different experience.
Yeah,
right?
because the assets and everything can be easily segmented. We have on there sales presentations, sales training to deliver to our distributors, who then can deliver to partners. Everything is segmentable, so it suits different audiences like that. Yeah.
Okay. So I think there's a couple of questions. There's of course a question which I don't think we're going to answer today. It's a typical question we get on webinars. How much do these cost? We're not going to answer that question. What I'm going to ask you is, so if someone was looking, and I'm going to ask you for one thing, and that you have already said it today, okay? If someone is looking for an integrated PRM CRM solution, what is the one thing you're going to give them as a piece of advice to go on that investigation process? Freddie, someone coming to you saying, I'm looking for PRM solutions, what are you going to say to them?
I would tell them, first I ask them, what is it that you want to solve? And then I'll tell them to go and find a solution that can deliver on that. And then I'll ask them to have the provider prove it, test it out, because what's distinguishes Impartner from some of their closest competitors is that they can have a POC or proof of concept up and running in a matter of hours or days with your branding and give you coaching and have you running on it live on your test data within a couple of days. A lot of the other ones can't even give you a proof of concept. So that kind of helps a lot, makes it easy for us. I mean, the customer can try it out, see it for themselves, and be up and running in pretty much very, very, very short time. So for us, that's just gold. We don't have to wait for a 3-month project to be up and running. So that's my best advice for that.
What about you, Claire? What advice would you give to anyone looking at PRM today? And you've been involved in PRM for some time, right? So you have 5 years of
yeah, I've launched a few partner portals over my time. Actually, my previous job before this was working at Microsoft as well, but obviously I didn't work with Freddie, in very different departments. But yeah, I've been involved in many portals, and I would say, kind of a bit like Freddie just said, plan it. Think about why you're launching this portal. Is it because your competition have got it, so you just want one? You need to think about what it's delivering to partners, and ultimately what it's delivering to your business as well. You've got to meet the requirements of stakeholders, revenue, profit, whatever it may be. So spend more time kind of planning it and thinking about it, and spend time building the integrations to deliver what you want. Don't just kind of jump in and think, oh, we can go straight away. Let's just start with this, that, and the other. Properly think about it, plan it. What do you hope to get from this, and what do your partners hope to get from this, and then build with a solid plan, and make sure you've got experts working on the integration straight away.
Yeah, and I'll add one more thing, because I think out of the projects you did very well, Claire, also it's one step at a time.
Yeah.
You know, because we see a lot of projects that start massive, and it's very difficult. And I think, for instance, you added languages and countries and partners one by one, and of course there's a business model that, as I said, you have that forces that. But I think that was very useful. Okay, I think I've finished with the questions that we've seen there today. I would say, if there's anyone who is looking at a dynamic solution, Freddie, I'm sure they can find you on LinkedIn. I'm sure if people want to know about how successful Claire truly was, they can go on LinkedIn to reach out to Claire. As far as PRM is concerned, visit impartner.com. You'll find a lot of cool information. You'll see, for instance, that we are ranking very highly on the latest Forrester Wave quadrant, and we are very, very excited about our products, our solutions, our customers, our partnerships, such as one with Microsoft, and our products. So guys, thank you very much for your time today. Enjoy the rest of your day, and it's been a pleasure having you on this podcast. So thank you, and thank you everyone for attending.
Thanks everyone. Bye.
Thank you.
Thanks.
Bye-bye. Bye.